are back. This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois. Here again on the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. Thank you for bearing with our absence. I know it was painful. There are a lot of folks out there hurting that they couldn't get their daily fix. Mason, Black Phoenix, SAR... General Dark, yes, General Dark. General Dark was getting desperate there, going all the way back to some of our earlier videos there.
PT Night? Or PM Night?
PM Night. You guys were so desperate to see us again. You even went back to our early, really crappy videos. So, I am back from San Diego, and if you haven't been seeing them, I've been posting videos on the Comic Culture Warrior blog. I still have a lot more stuff to come. I've already posted my interview with Rich Johnston. I spoke with the creators of The Collector, the horror film, and had an interview with, who was the third?
Ted Raimi.
Ted Raimi, yes, who was a lot of fun. Ted Raimi was actually a really cool guy to sit down with. I asked him if he wouldn't mind doing a little bit of comedy at the end of the video, and he was all for it, so that was fun for me. Still to come, interviews with Eric Troutman, Brandon Jerwa, Christos, yeah, really, Christos Gage, and
really?
Yeah, Christos Gage. I sat down with him.
Oh, I might even watch some of these videos.
And some other creators and other folks that were really nice. While everybody was flocking to Matt Fraction and all the really big friggin' names, I tried to find a lot. I mean, like we do here. We try to find some of the other creators that we think deserve some exposure. So these folks were really cool to deal with, had a lot of fun. And man, was I worn out when I got back. I also saw that while I was in San Diego, I did check in from time to time on the Comic Culture Warrior blog and saw that Mr. Melendez here was minding the store quite nicely. And Jose got a little annoyed with me that I wasn't posting photos and stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, though, the reality is, and I've learned this, no one wants to talk to me. I posted videos, photos, and I think I got like 1-2 comments tops. You post, you have your anime Saturdays, you have your Friday night, Fear Friday nights, you know, your Fright Night Fridays. You were doing all this great stuff, and you were getting tons of comments on your posts. My posts go, well, still, people were talking on your posts, kind of ignoring mine. Really kind of ignoring mine. I think Johnny, Fanboy D and Locus Mortis were the only two who commented on mine. And they're, our overseas fans, so, But everybody.
Well, the stuff that you posted from San Diego, like the pictures and stuff, were all kind of fucking boring.
Well, they were off my camera, and I was trying to post them.
Yeah, and they were pretty terrible.
You didn't think the chick in the Emma Frost costume was pretty?
No, I'm talking why you were there. That went up later.
Well, that was kind of
but that was even after the fact. After I posted that link to like those 600 pictures of. Yeah, and those are all better than the two that you posted.
Well, I was on my mobile phone, and my mobile phone actually really let me down. I thought I'm not going to need to really take a digital cam with me because I have this smartphone that's supposed to take these great pictures. And the truth is, this thing was a piece of crap, really a piece of crap. So I was really disappointed in it, and
I was too.
I don't blame you. So,
jeez.
But hey, still. Things were.
Oh, when you're rubbing elbows with Ted Raimi and such, it's.
And Zoe Bell. Oh. I took a picture with Zoe Bell. She's a very sweet woman. Very sweet woman.
Ah, that's awesome, actually.
Anyway, enough about that. So there's still more videos to come, still going on, and and thank you so much for keeping the conversation going, even though we weren't posting anything. So now we're back. Let's just jump into one real quick because I know that's what you guys have been waiting for us to talk about, and we'll deal with some of the obvious stuff that I know that Jose's already talked about on the blog. But let's jump into something right now. This fan, throw something. There we go. Yes. Detective Comics number
855.
855, the second part of the Batwoman feature by Greg Rucka and J.H. Williams. I've got just, for me, after the first issue, I have a 3-word review for this one. Oh my God. What more can you say?
All right, we'll be back in the next segment.
Back segment. So we'll see you then. No, really, this was an incredible issue. I mean, what can you say?
I was actually gonna review this on the blog, but I'm like, well, what the fuck can I say that hasn't been said by everybody? Because everyone's saying the same thing. It's just an amazing book. I mean, the art is, I don't know.
Yeah, and again, it's the book is both dense and lean at the same time. I mean, this is a book that you can spend a lot of time just taking in the visuals and taking your time going from panel to panel. The dialogue is not all that. It's not really. I don't want to say extensive. It's not, but it's not sparse either. I mean,
right. Well, the dialogue. The cool thing with the dialogue is that Rucka is using dialogue straight from the Alice in Wonderland novel. That this character Alice only speaks in dialogue from the book. So it's kind of interesting to see how he is able to use the dialogue from the book in with what Batwoman is saying,
And there are a couple of scenes in this book, especially in the fight between Batwoman and Alice. Someone, again, maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I think it's kind of a statement on how the fight between male heroes in superheroes can somewhat have sort of an erotic nature to it. The violence and the constant physical collision. There's some scenes here where the two women are facing off, and there's shots of like garter belts and skin, and it's like almost like the counter to the male. Like, see this scene right here. The fights between male heroes, when you have a female heroine and a female villain, it carries that same sort of eroticism to it that all superhero fights have. Mm-hmm. But here it's so well done, and the scene where you get a look from inside Alice's mouth, looking out, pretty friggin' brilliant. I mean, cool. So this is again, just an incredible book, and if you're not reading this, you're really doing a disservice to yourself. You're really doing a disservice to yourself.
Like, you're reading it, and it's kind of cool because it all the layouts and everything are pretty much just brought over from the last book,
right? And
it's like four panels a page. Then you go to 6, but they're all symmetrical panels,
right?
And then it ends halfway in the book when Alice cuts Batwoman with the razor blade, and then it starts getting really funky and very dreamlike,
right?
And then you find out like 6 pages later that it was laced with poison.
Yep.
And it was just awesome. As soon as it happens, the symmetrical panels just start breaking apart at the very end where she gets cut.
Yep.
And then, oh man,
it is
fucking perfect book, man.
This is the perfect synergy of words and pictures. It is just.
This is
phenomenal.
The epitome of what a comic book should be.
Yeah.
What a graphic storytelling.
It is both entertaining and artistically spellbinding. It's both. It's both. You get so much bang for your buck with this comic, and it just wows you with every page that you turn. It just wows you. So beyond that, again. You're not reading this, I don't know what your problem is.
And then you had this awesome
and then the
Polly Hadner question in the back, which is just nice to look at, too. It's getting, obviously there's only like 6 to 8 pages for that story. You're getting up because it is a backup. But it's slowly getting to there. I read it and I'm like, that's it. I totally want more of the second story, too, but they will continue to come out when the Batwoman comic comes out, so I know I'll get another 68 pages. But if it was like a double size, if it was like 22 pages of Batwoman and 22 pages of question, and I was paying $5 for it, I would pay $5 for that. Yeah. Just like catch up on the question story.
Hey, you never know. That might happen.
Man, this book is just amazing.
All right, so let's close this segment on that. When we come back, more reviews and more reflections, more rants and raves. We're glad to see you folks.